Here we go, here we go. I think we're going. Welcome everybody. Welcome back, you returning people from Facebook land, YouTube land, and all that. This is Mike. As you can plainly see, at Mike's Magic Auto Detailing and Paint Enhancement, Paint Correction, here in good old rainy Sharpsburg, Georgia. Oh boy, I'm not live because usually when it rains and storms or something like that, my internet connection sometimes is just not good enough. It won't connect live. That's okay. But man, oh man, you know, the other day we polished all the glass and that kind of stuff and did the wheels and tires. And today I've been working on the strip washing and getting in all the little nooks and crannies, and that's just the way I like to do it. You don't have to do it in that order, but I used, you know, a lot of soft little small detail brushes. Some of you might have seen my photographs where, you know, the way I got up in here, you know, all those, see all those little holes? I attached a soft wheel woolly to my drill. It's not designed for that. It wobbles a little bit. You have to kind of keep it on a slow speed, but I like this because it's very soft and won't scratch that paint that's up in there, which is kind of fragile at times. And I got down in all that nooks and crannies and all that stuff. Used a soft bristle detail brush to get up in there. All the emblems around the washer things, all that stuff. The vent cowl, the wiper blades, you know, down in all these cracks. Most people just wash right over that. I get all down in the cracks too. Around the windshield, the door, scrubbed all this trim, but there's not going to be much. This is damage from, I think, a buffer. I'm not sure. I can't fix damage, but since I'm going to be trying to restore all this plastic, vinyl, rubber stuff, I wanted it all absolutely clean. Down in here there's a rubber, a hard plastic down in there. Anyway, I got my little detail brushes, got all down in there, all up under the door handles, inside the rear view mirrors. Oh man, what a pain, what a pain. Time consuming. Clean, you remember this was hammered pretty bad. Cleaned this up as best I could. We'll be working on this later again. Got it all cleaned inside. And you know, did all back in here. Yes, I took the license plates off. Cleaned up those nasty exhaust tips as best I could. I will work on them some more when I get in the garage with other stuff, some polish and that kind of stuff, but I'm going to be limited because there's like that much room between the top of those exhaust tips and the rear view bumper, and I'll get them as good as I can without actually having to take them off the vehicle, which I don't even know if that's possible or not without having looked that closely. Use my little detail brushes to get all up in here. All this was done, folks, with Citral 266. I had two bottles here. One of them's diluted 4:1. One of them's diluted 1:1, depending on what I'm dealing with. You know, what kind of contaminant I'm dealing with. And it's just my way of doing it. I like to get all the little stuff done first, and I like to get all the tar and all that kind of stuff, like off the front end, the rear end. And the next thing I'll be working on is, and my pre-soak with the foam cannon got some of this tar and stuff off of these lower panels. Of course, it did not get it all. I did not expect it to, but it did soften it up considerably. I can almost rub that off with my thumb. So it's pretty soft. So my plan is to take my Citral 266, which is diluted 1:1, and we'll spray this down like this. Okay, this stuff is not a magic elixir, folks. It's damn good stuff. But what you have to do, let it sit for a minute or so. Let the chemicals do their job. Don't immediately start trying to clean. You want it to penetrate and try to lift it away from the paint. I'm not too worried about marring it because I am going to be doing paint correction on this vehicle anyway. But if you're just doing a maintenance wash and you want to remove this stuff, you know, let the chemicals do their work so you don't have to rub too hard with your microfiber towel or your soft brush or whatever it is you're going to use to take it off. Now, what I'm going to use is a very, very soft brush with what they call feathered ends on it. It's not very aggressive, but I'm not sure, daggum horsefly. I'm not sure I would use this on a car I wasn't going to be polishing. And if you need to get more aggressive, you can use magic sponge, that kind of stuff. But usually a microfiber towel or something like that will do it. And I think this brush here I'm using is a little less aggressive than that. You notice I just reapplied some of it to freshen it up a little bit. And I'm just going to see if this is going to work. Yep. Just taking it off of there. And it's not going to come off immediately most of the time, depending on how long it's been on there, what it is, how thick it is, if it's bonded to the paint, which most of it has bonded to some degree. So I'm having to work at a little bit, but basically, folks, that's all gone. All gone, except for just a very little bit of possibly. I don't see any. I don't think it scratched it at all. I'm reaching for my hose here. So next thing I want to do is just rinse this off. It's just the way I want to do it. I know you're supposed to start at the top and work your way down, but your normal car washing soaps, whatever it is you're using, those mitts and all that is not going to get that, so you're going to have to come back to it anyway. So I prefer to do it this way. It's just me. And I will go down all around the bottom of the car. I will go all the way around and do this stuff first, and then I'll put all this stuff away, and then I'll be doing my contact wash on the panels, as I call it. So, but anyway, I think the wheels and tires came out rather nicely. Yes, I did all up in the fender wells, everything even with a drill brush on an extension to get all that up in there as clean as I possibly could, up under, and removed all the contaminants already from inside here, the painted part of the fender. But anyway, I appreciate everybody. I love this Challenger, man. I don't know if I'm not a particular Mopar guy, but I do like this car a lot. I do like it a lot. It's a shame that whoever painted this did not do a better job on such a nifty car. But anyway, like, tag, share, follow, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. If you have questions, you know, make comments. Hey, I particularly like the comments that tell me where they're watching from. I always enjoy that. I've had somebody watch from Australia, believe it or not. I don't think he's watched again, but he's like, hell, I can see that stuff anywhere. This guy talks too much. And everybody always goes, hey, what do you look like? Sorry. Ain't happening unless I do it by accident most of the time. But anyway, I appreciate everybody. That turned out rather nicely and is ready for clay barring and then polishing and all that stuff. Well, decon first, but anyway, y'all have a great day. It's a rainy Sunday, rainy Sunday here, and that's okay. Doesn't bother me as long as it's not lightning and thunder. The rain, as you can see, it's been raining pretty hard at times. The rain don't bother me, especially up under this canopy. It helps. Of course, I didn't buy it for the rain. I bought it to keep the sun off of me. I hate fighting the sun when I'm trying to wash a car. Anyway, y'all have a great one. Thank you. Bye-bye.